Welcome to Sips and Spirits. I always forget to look over here. This is a podcast for those that love spirits of both the alcoholic and spectral kinds. I am your hostess, Chelsea.
And I'm your co-host, Eric. Little disclaimer, we're not historians, and in facts or stories presented are from various sources and we make no claims that these tales are true. We just found them to be spooky in nature and interesting.
Yeah. Our second disclaimer is that we are not professional mixologists. Not yet anyways. These cocktails and spirits that we try are tasted for the first time during the episode recording, unless we note it otherwise. And for this episode, it is a first time recording.
First time and super excited. Look at it. Look how pretty
I know,
it is.
it's so beautiful.
One more disclaimer or content warning for this episode. Arachnophobs, beware. This is going to be a very heavy spider themed episode for the most part, so keep that in mind before you dive into this episode. So what are we drinking?
So today we are calling upon a spirit from the Tarantula Distilling Company in Weston, Missouri. We're using their Azul Tequila to conjure a spider venom cocktail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which is that one?
This one.
Okay.
That's the spider venom. So they're very interesting because they called the shot, so when you're just drinking the spirit straight, it's also considered a cocktail.
A chilled shot.
Yeah, if you chilled it, which we did chill it.
We did chill it.
So technically we're sneaking in 2 cocktails.
Two for the price of one.
The chilled tequila is called a spider bite, and then the cocktail we're drinking is spider venom.
That hurt my teeth. Should we start with our tasting?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers. Bottoms up. Shots.
Cheers.
There's candy in there.
Candy?
It's like a sweetness.
There's something.
I'm not mad. I like it. I like it a lot.
Definitely, if you're not a tequila drinker, this is a good one.
This is not like a heavy
This is not really. It feels like it's not just tequila.
Yeah, probably some extra stuff.
Yeah, I mean
tequila and citrus liqueur
blue
is what it's saying on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice.
So it's a tequila liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
But we found it in the tequila
it's a
section.
tequila with citrus liqueur.
Oh, so it's a blend.
Yeah. That was fun.
Sneaky.
You can't take the whole thing?
Huh?
You can't take the whole thing?
Yeah. This is why I don't do shots, because I can't even do a little one like this in one go.
Peer pressure.
It's not pressure, it doesn't all fit.
But it's very nice. I'm glad I chilled it. I think if it was like room temperature, it would be a little like...
It'd be a different flavor.
It'd be a little kind of like sticky.
Sticky?
Like spider web in your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Like
appropriate analogy.
Because like, it's like, it's sweet, but like when you get like warm candy, it's kind of like sticky, but not like sweet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, chilled. Put that in your freezer. It will not freeze unless... What was it?
Yeah,
negative.
I mean, you can probably still see our bottle's quite frosty.
You can't freeze liquor unless it's like negative 100 degrees Celsius or something. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. So, are we ready to...
Let's get poisoned up.
enjoy some venom?
Cheers.
Now? Cheers. Ooh, I like that.
I don't taste things.
The shot threw off your tongue.
Yeah. Let's do that again.
So I like the raspberries are coming through.
There we go. There's a tartness. That's also very good.
So note to self, don't do the shot and then do the drink.
Yes.
Just start with the drink.
Just drink straight up.
Any other notes for this?
Warning, when you follow the recipe, it's not going to be a lot. It's only 3 ounces of liquor or liquid. So don't get like a giant like glass.
Yeah.
Our normal rocks glasses were too big.
It made the drink look really small.
Yeah, it made it small. Or make it a double kind of thing. But man, I'm like, this is very refreshing.
It's refreshing, but I feel like it's going to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Because you can just feel like pounded and be like, okay, let's do another one.
Because it's what? It's an ounce of juices and then 2 ounces of tequila.
Yeah, but it's very good. This is awesome. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to enjoy this all summer long. Kind of thing.
Nice. I feel like all the drinks we've tried have been refreshing
Yes.
in your definitions.
Well, I've refreshed. When it comes to drinking, I like a drink that I can enjoy and it quenches my thirst. That's why I have a hard time drinking a lot of wine because it doesn't quench my thirst. But like this is like this is like a fruit punch to me. It's like I can like a raspberry tea.
You like when it chills your palate.
Yeah, definitely because I run hot,
Mm-hmm.
not just physically, but also physically.
I think you meant not just appearance-wise.
No, I'm not physically.
Oh, okay.
Because it's outside.
Okay. Well, anyways, are we ready to learn a little bit about Tarantula Tequila?
Yes, tell me more.
Okay, so as you guys will see in the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, the logo features a tarantula, and they love to play on the sensory of a spider's bite to their tequila taste without the burn, is how they explain their tequila.
Yeah, there's
So you've
no
got the
burn.
bite. There is a bite to it. That's a great word to explain it now that I've gotten to try it.
Mm-hmm.
But there really isn't a burn. There's like
Like a sweet bite.
I want to say like a heaviness,
Okay.
but it's not like stinging or anything
no,
like
no,
that.
yeah, it's not even regular tequila where it's like you
It's
drink
no Jose
and it's
Cuervo.
like you gotta like shoot a lime down your throat otherwise you'll like be coughing up a storm kind of thing. This is
If you were at a party and you brought this out just to do shots, it'd be the perfect thing without like killing people.
if I open to a bar tomorrow, I will stock this up because people will buy this off the shelf.
Yeah, well, you'd have to upsell it first.
Of
but
course, but I'll stock my shelves with this. I'm like, hey, like first one is free.
Mm-hmm. So they like to boast their tequila as the king of shooters because of the unique Arctic blue color, which is a great selling point.
Yeah.
Fun colors in a liquor, people go crazy. Formidable flavor and a silky finish.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, all that.
So I feel like I have to agree with their descriptor on their website. So this tequila is 100 proof, as you guys will recall when we talked about the Navy gin.
This one says 70.
Well, their website says that it's 100 proof tequila and 100% pure agave tequilas from Jalisco, Mexico. Did I say that right?
You did. Good job,
All right.
Jalisco.
See, I listen to you guys. They also offer ready-to-drink margarita mixes in 3 different flavors, which is your original lime margarita flavor, strawberry, and blue margarita.
So we're gonna stock up on this for the summer.
If we can find it. I'm having a challenge. It seems like it's more readily available in the Midwest, which makes sense because the distillery is in Missouri, and liquor distribution things have been a challenge
Road trip.
since all these regulations, like what, in 2019, 2018?
When Trump came to office, 2016, 18, 2 years afterwards.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys get a chance to excuse me, burp there. If you guys find the ready margarita mixes, I'm really curious how they taste.
You should hit up your Midwest.
I said ready to mix. They're ready to drink, so you don't need to add any tequila, which is always a bonus in my book when they offer a mix where it's like, I just pour it into a glass.
You should reach out to your Midwest friends, Mid-States friends, and be like, hey, can you try this for me? Tell
Hey
me how
guys, can you find this? Hook me up.
I mean, I don't think they can ship it to you, but at least they can
No, but we can do a spirits exchange.
do a drive-by, pass it on.
So the company on the bottle is listed as the Tarantula Distilling Company, but they're actually like kind of like off-brand. The main company who makes this tequila is called the McCormick Distilling Company, and it is the oldest distillery west of the Mississippi River, still operating in its original location. All the staff, between the staff there, they have over 160 years of spirit making experience.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a good job so far. I am happy. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, well, so, and they prove that they have experience because they offer 2 other types of tequila, a gin, flavored vodkas, a wide range of flavored vodkas, 2 types of whiskey, an Irish cream, and a key lime pie liqueur.
Everything but the last one sounds good to me.
I'm really curious about the key lime pie one.
So we're gonna stock up our pantry with tarantulas.
Or road trip to Missouri.
Missouri. Hey, you know St.
Is
Louis?
it Missouri? MO, right?
M.O.
Weston, Missouri. Yep, I wrote it. I actually wrote out the state because I never trust the abbreviation.
I was like, is that M.O. Montana? I don't know. I didn't pass my 50 states.
I think that's MN. But anyway, so that's what I could dig up about tarantula.
That's super
tequila.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on this like tequila like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Pilgrimage.
Not pilgrimage, but like snottiness, like tequila must be from Mexico, kind of thing. And like I'll get like notifications on Instagram or like whatever on Facebook, like, oh, so and so is making a tequila, or so and so is like selling a tequila. And for the most part, like celebrity tequilas are like, eh. I mentioned earlier, Terramana is definitely enjoyable tequila from Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But this one's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I had a tequila that somebody boasted about from the Midwest, they was like, oh, it's super good and this and that. It was subpar.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't too excited about it. They're like, oh, they only made like 100 bottles and we got one of them. I was like, good for you. I wouldn't. But that's just my personal opinion.
Snob is the word you were looking
Snob,
for.
yes, there we go. And that's snobby.
Tequila snob?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't find the word.
Okay, well, yes. So, this is really good. I'm excited to find the other stuff in it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Where can we find spider venom?
So you can find this recipe on Tarantula Tequila's website, and it is called Spider Venom. And if you can't find the website, you'll be able to click the link down in our show notes and lead right into it. I linked directly to the recipe for you guys.
Now, the one thing is, the ones that we made, unfortunately, they asked for 2 Tarantula tequilas. We only had one of them. We can only find one.
Yeah, but so if you're in the Midwest, you might be lucky because they have actually 3 other Tarantula tequilas. So a Reposado, a Blanco, which they call a Plata.
Platano or Plata?
Yeah, Plata. But
which is like silver.
Yeah, when I was looking up, it's essentially a silver, so a white tequila. Yeah. And a gold.
Oh,
right. Well, wait. Reposado is gold, isn't it?
Reposado is gold. Añejo.
And then an añejo. So they have the normal range of tequilas, and then they have their Azul.
So
normal offering. I said normal range.
So when next time we go into the Midwest,
we need to hit up our wedding photographers.
Right.
Schweitzer Film. Hit us up.
Shout out to
Hook
Schweitzer.
us up.
Oh yeah. They come out here often enough to hook us up.
We'll be hiring them for our 10-year anniversary.
Most likely, yes.
So they can hook us up then, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready for my part?
It's story time, starting with my favorite part.
Would you rather? So, this episode, we were talking beforehand. I talked about trying to theme the Would You Rathers more to the story itself. So I have 2 Would You Rathers today. Okay, one of them is going to be themed to the story, and then one of them is going to be the one that I wanted to do originally.
But you guys let us know.
Yeah,
do you care if the Would You Rathers are connected or tied into the episode theme or not? Or do we just throw them out there like we've been doing?
Yeah, so let us know if you want to keep it together with the same idea of the theme, or keep them to something different, and be like just random things. Because I have a bunch of random ones that do not relate to anything we're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, this sounds really cool. But anyway, let's start with the first one. The first one's going to be the one themed to the episode. Okay? One of your favorite movies is Arachnophobia.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather experience the movie Arachnophobia, or would you rather experience the movie Arachnophobia with scorpions?
I'd rather experience the movie as it is.
As it is with spiders?
Yeah.
Are you more scared of spiders or scorpions?
Probably scorpions.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, they're not exactly the same. They're
Mm-hmm.
not both arachnids, but they are both part of the same family
Mm-hmm.
or genus.
Genus Nicholas.
Something. They are related.
They're like primos.
But I don't know. Because they got the
Mm-hmm.
pincers too. That freaks me out a little bit more than spiders. Spiders aren't really going to go after you.
Well, no, but.
No, I know they were unusual spiders.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I have enough knowledge of spiders to like at least survive.
The spider infestation.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I personally, I don't know. I'm like 50-50.
I feel like I need to know more about scorpions to see how you would apply that in that kind of universe. Because it's not.
I know they hide. I know that they're very like kind of like spiders where they hide in their like places and stuff. But like I don't know how they are with the whole.
Yeah, but I can't say. I know you see like in movies where it's like a whole little nest of scorpions, but I don't actually know if that's accurate.
Well, neither is the whole like.
Well, you do have communities
Mm-hmm.
of spiders.
But the whole, even the movie itself talks about how like they're like weird behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Well, I mean, I could go into a whole thing about that. You could go check out with Be Kind to Spiders Week on my blog. I did talk about arachnophobia, and I got into like the actual like spider facts. And they actually had an entomologist who was a spider specialist who was consulting on the film, and he was the spider wrangler, actually.
Spider wrangler.
He was in charge of all the spiders because they did use real spiders and making sure they were safe and protected.
Not all of them, right?
Yeah, all of them.
All the ones.
Except for, of course, the general.
Mm-hmm.
In the egg sac.
Even the ones in like the guy with the popcorn scene. Is that a real spider?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And any like desiccated spider bodies, those were like humanely.
I was like, are they funded? Like, cause I can't just put it.
Or ethically farmed kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were like people's pet spiders that had died or whatnot. So
Cool.
it's really cool, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Not for the real would you rather. I'm just kidding. Now for the second would you rather.
Second would you rather.
The one that I was like, okay, I wanted this one this
Mm-hmm.
week.
Sorry.
Okay. Black-eyed children.
Mm.
Would you rather encounter a black-eyed child in the daytime
Uh-huh.
or at night?
Daytime.
Daytime?
People only encounter them at night.
Well, let's assume that... No, we've heard stories of them in the daytime.
Yeah, definitely daytime. Because at least you can, like, easily see, like, around your house if they're hiding out there, versus, like, nighttime is, like, is there something in the shadows? Or definitely daytime.
Daytime, for sure.
It feels a little safer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not daring.
You're not daring at all?
No.
No. Black-eyed children are just creeping all themselves because, children's spirits are real. But I agree. Daytime would be a lot better. Kind of thing. It's like, there's no possibility of like running away and then tripping on something you don't see. It's
Mm-hmm.
like everything's there. It's like, oh, cool. If you don't see us because you're there in like tunnel vision or whatever.
Well, and usually they're approaching you
Mm-hmm.
from the safety of somewhere, your
Mhm.
car, your house.
Mm-hmm.
Your house, at least, especially during the daytime, you definitely feel secure because you can see and observe all your perimeters.
I feel that we heard a story of black-eyed children where they approached somebody as they were going to join a party. It's kind of like midday afternoon, like late afternoon, like the sun was still setting.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, can we come in with you to the party?
So, just in case you're not familiar, black-eyed children, it's kind of in the name, but there are children who have black eyes, but you don't even notice it at first. It's usually one or two children who approach you either at your door or while you're getting into your car or going somewhere.
Asking for help.
And they want you to let them inside.
Yeah, you want to invite
of
them
wherever it is, in the car, in your house, And supposed survivors of these encounters said they'd get this like immense feeling of danger.
Danger, dread.
Particularly when the children started asking to be let inside.
Yeah,
and they keep coming up with all these different excuses for why you should be letting them inside, why it's not unusual for these children to just be wandering around, walking up to your doorstep.
Yeah, we don't know where.
Yeah.
And like, I guess someone would start demanding to be let in, and the whole idea of like demonic children.
Yeah, some of the stories are pretty intense, but I can think of one story we heard where it was like kind of at dusk time, but I haven't heard of daytime, so I feel like the odds are already in my favor picking that time.
I will go with that. Groovy, are you ready to be scared?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So a few things before we get started. Even though the story is meant to be scary in the spiders aspect of it, we do not believe spiders are inherently bad. There are fascinating creatures who do so much for the world. Neither Chelsea nor myself are arachnophobic. If you are, that's a new kind of thing.
You've been warned. You might want to skip the story.
You want to skip the story itself. But we're not trying to demonize or say, hey, the spiders are bad. Mistreat them, or anytime you see one, just smash kind of thing. It's not the idea on the story. It's just a spooky story with spiders in it.
Yeah, if you can, trap it and release it outside.
In the wild.
Okay. But, I mean, honestly, the best thing to do if you see a spider in your house, just leave it alone. It's not going to hurt you.
Before you get started, do you want me to top you off?
Ooh, yeah, let's top off. We came prepared today.
We came prepared today. We're like, ooh, let's make a little extra. Especially because it was like not that much of a cocktail.
Yeah, we were like, it's only a 3-ounce cocktail. We should definitely double up this time around. And I would say this isn't, even though, you made a note about it being 70 proof on the bottle. So remember, 100 proof around the world is considered 70 proof in the US.
Okay. More water in here.
So we can set this on fire, but it doesn't feel like a stronger liquor.
No.
It doesn't feel like how the Navy Strength gin, when we tried that.
Yeah.
We were like, oh yeah, this is going to mess you up.
But like you said, this could be a dangerous cocktail. I just got my paper wet. I hope like some smear. Okay. It might be watered down a bit, so I apologize. Okay. Cheers.
That's not a bad thing. All right. Cheers to your story.
Ooh, it's nice and cold again. Okay. So, I found this story, and I liked the way it was written, but I decided to grab the idea and kind of make it my own. So, a lot of stories might say my writing, so let's see how that goes. I'm going to call the story, Yeah, I'll buy that. So, John really enjoyed his job. Traveling the States, meeting new people, seeing exciting things, but most of all, he loved how good he was at his job. John was a traveling salesman. People would say he could sell water to fish. While driving through one of those flyover states, John figured he would try to power through the night and get to the next town to try once again his talent to sell. It must have been the burger and fries he had at the last gas stop that was finally getting to him and making it hard to focus on the road. At the first sight of a hotel, he decided to quit for the night and catch some Z's. He was ahead of schedule, he thought, so why not stress about it? There was no other cars in the parking lot, but the lights were in the lobby. John didn't give this much thought and walked right in. It was a quaint little lobby, decorations from local attractions, some 200-odd miles away or so, and a stand with brochures of things to see in the States, an ATM out of order. He went up to the front desk and rang the doorbell. Rang the bell. Before he could ring it, he noticed something scurry away from it. A cockroach, he thought, and rang the bell. No response. He waited a few seconds and rang the bell again. Still no response. He thought it odd. The lights were on, the computer was humming, there was a warm cup of coffee next to the phone. He rang the bell one more time, and he heard a creak from the back room. The door was slightly open, but it was pitch black. John tried to peer over to try to call hello, but before he could, a hand was placed on his shoulder. He was an elderly, slender man, maybe in his 60s. Bottle cap glasses, a long nose, crooked yellow teeth. His hands were dirty. Oil maybe? Dirt? Mud? It seemed it hadn't rained in some time, but maybe he was cleaning something. Sorry about that. I stepped out to refill the vending machine. It's a slow season, so we don't get many visitors around here. What can I do you for? A room, please. John didn't hear the bell of the door ring when the concierge, if that's what you call him, came in, but didn't give much thought to this. Single or double? Single, please. It's just me and this adventure. John was trying to make light of the situation. Okay, here's your key. Sorry, I don't have any maps to show you, but let me tell you where your room is. Tell me where my room is, John thought. There's one row of rooms. If you don't see it on one side, I'll go around the back. Maybe that's a line. Maybe that's a line they teach at concierge school or something. You go down past the vending machines. It'll be 2 doors down. You will know when you get closer because the damn fan the ice machine is so loud. Just another one of those things I need to fix. Why was the available room so far away? I was the only one here. Why can't I get the one next to the office? John thought. Before you ask, since it's our off seasons, we do renovations on the other rooms, so that's why you have to take a walk. Being out here, we get many crawlies and rats, so we got to go in there and spray in for a few days to make sure those suckers are good and dead. Great, rats. One last thing. Breakfast starts at 6:30. It's not a banquet, but something to get you on your way before the next restaurant. John grabbed his keys and parked his car. Why weren't there park spots in front of the rooms? Would the concierge mind if he parked there? He didn't want to risk it. Reached to the back seat to get his bag and locked his car. After a few steps, he clicked the lock button again. Why? There was no one for miles. Well, maybe just one more time. And clicked it again. I hope that fan doesn't keep me up all night. The ice machine was surely loud. Should I get me a snack? He thought. Maybe not. Let's not attract anything that crawls around here into my room. John didn't mind many things that crawled. Even rats were not a problem. But the one thing he could not stand is spiders. Spiders with their 8 legs, bitty little eyes, sticky webs. He hated going camping with his friends because he would always run into some leftover webs or find a spider inside his backpack whenever he reached for his water bottle. As he entered the room, he was unsurprised on how run-down it looked. I hope this has not been renovated because I hate to see what it looked like before. There was a bed with a nightstand and a lamp on it, and a fan had an out-of-order sign and a small TV in the dresser. When he clicked the light on, he saw a few cockroaches scurry away. John sighed one more time. At least let's try to shower. As he put his stuff down, he heard a slight scratching in the wall. Man, hope those rats won't be messing around all night, he thought. Turned on the TV to some local channels in hopes that the noise would scare them away and other crawly around. When he entered the bathroom, it seemed like your typical hotel bathroom in the middle of nowhere. Toilet, a towel with a stain on it, and a shower. John turned on the water to get a comfortable temperature. The pipes sang as he did. Glad I'm the only guest, because these will be so noisy if more people were showering, he said out loud. He sat to relieve his bowel movements for a bit and pulled a newspaper that was laying there to read some local news. When he opened it, he jumped at the sight of a spider coming out of it. Jesus Christ! He screamed. Jumping to his feet and peeing a bit everywhere, he reached for a towel and tried to whip the spider. It missed a few times and then disappeared. Frightened, he looked around, trying to find it. Noticing the tub had been leaking water, he hopped on. He hoped the water. He hoped not to slip from it and placed the towel on the floor. He didn't need to slip, hit his head and find spiders crawling all over him. When he laid down on the towel, he saw that he had gotten the spider. Slightly relieved that he had gone, but disgusted when he realized the only towel he had to dry himself had spider pieces on it. He jumped into the shower, just wanting to get the night over and get some rest. He got out and tried very hard to dry himself without touching the remains of the spider. The TV was turned off when he entered the room, so he sat in the bed, but he didn't give much thought to it. In such remote areas, maybe they have it on an idle timer. As he was getting the alarm set, the clocks, he heard the scratching again, this time a bit louder from before. They must really have lots of rats out here. Glad I don't have some chips or something. He laid under the covers and quickly fell asleep. At some point at night, he was awoken by a louder scratch noises. He had forgotten about the rats and turned the light on to see if he could see anything. In the daze, he scanned the room, but didn't really notice anything. The door was locked. His bag was on the floor next to the TV. There was a dark ball on the sofa chair. The bathroom light was on. Wait, a dark ball. He turned back to the sofa. The chair was empty. Maybe it was his imagination from just being woken up. He turned off the lights again and heard that scratching again. This time, it came from behind his head. Thinking it was scare whatever was in there, he pounded against the wall. When he pulled his hand back, he felt a bit sticky. But again, it was an old hotel in the middle of nowhere. No 5-star cleaning here. He wiped it off on the sheets and turned over to try to get some sleep. He was awoken once more to the scratching. This time it seemed like a loud scratching of wood, almost ripping off. This time he tried to reach for a light. He couldn't move. It was strange, but nothing new for John. John did suffer from sleep paralysis from time to time in his travels, but he had a little trick. Find the shadow he thought he saw and glare at it intensely. This usually led them stray or woke up John. He panned the dark room and saw that what seemed like a person standing by the door. He knew it couldn't be because the lock was on. No one could come in, even the concierge. He heard the scratching again. This time it sounded like from the bed frame. John begins to panic. He couldn't move. There was a person in the room and something scratching underneath him. He tried to yell, but his mouth felt so dry. When he looked away to see if he could see the side of the bed, he heard a footstep from the shadow. It was coming closer and closer. John began to fidget, more in panic, trying to break the sleep paralysis. He felt then the cover slowly being pulled off from this other side. There was someone else here. What's going on? The shadow stopped right next to John, but he heard two things breathing. The heavy breathing from the shadow and the wheezing coming from underneath the bed. This can't be, John thought. It has to be a dream. Nightmare. The shadow reached for the night light and turned it on. As John stared at the shadow and the room illuminated, there was nothing standing there. Scared and confused, John looked around. He swore he had seen something there. He heard it walking towards him, but the room was so dark because the curtains were closed, so he couldn't see if someone was walking outside. Frantically scanned the room, and John finally stopped and looked at his body. What was this? His worst fear had come to reality. He was trapped and waiting. When did this happen? How many spiders are here? John tried to break free, and he saw it. It wasn't many spiders. It wasn't even 10. Those long legs began crawling up from the foot of the bed, and when those beady eyes and fangs peered and stared at John, he heard the wheezing again. As it tried to get food in the bed, he heard the scratching whenever his legs missed the bed and dragged on the floor. It moved closer and closer. Trying to break free or scream or something, John tried and jerked as much as he could, but nothing. In his violent attempt to release himself from his entrapment, he saw the clock at the nightstand and saw that the time was 6:30, and he heard in his ear as if the concierge was laying right next to him. Breakfast is served.
What? What was that?
That was a fun little story.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. That was a good one.
I sprinkled a little bit of everything. I sprinkled some shadow people there and some spider creepiness. Thoughts on my first creepy story?
So, really good. Except I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. His salesman, the point of saying, like, he could sell water to fish and stuff, he didn't even, like, he didn't get a chance to, like, bargain his way out of becoming breakfast.
No, but, like, the whole idea is, like, like, when you have, like, a person who drives to be a salesman and they drive state to state, city to city, just, like...
The attitude they have.
Yeah, the attitude is, like...
I get it. You're establishing... I just was, like, I was waiting for that to come into play at some point, and it didn't. And, so, were there two different things, or...
Well, I don't know. What turned on the light?
Was the concierge a Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
not foop foop. Mm-hmm. Or what is the sound of tweet tweet? I don't know what the sound effect is for Spider-Man, but not superhero, but a spider creature, being, I'm thinking like Gravity Falls spider person.
A were spider? Like a werewolf, but a were spider?
Oh, maybe. Is that what it's supposed to be?
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, he got me there. And like you stumbled over a word and I was like, oh, thank God, a reprieve. I was like, it broke the moment for a second, just enough for me to be like, okay, take a moment to breathe.
I'm sorry.
It's just a story. Yeah. I was like, where is this going? Where is this going? And like, ew, sticky hands. Why would you just go to sleep if you felt it sticky?
You're tired.
Would totally like, no matter how tired I am, it's like, and like, cats have an accident or whatever, they throw up on my pillow. I'm like, I can't just like throw the pillow off the bed and go back to sleep. It's like, oh no, I have to like clean everything in that moment.
Well, it's a guy.
That's true. Yeah, and he made that point clear with his whole charade in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, but yeah, no, like
very good though, Hannah. I liked it.
I had a lot of fun writing this, and like I said, I started with the idea. It's very similar to the whole situation, but I added a lot more details to it, kind of thing. I definitely added the shadow person into it. I like that aspect of like the idea of like having a creature or an entity, and somebody feeds it or somebody sacrifices to it, kind of thing, versus just an entity being there, kind of thing, and like the concierge being unaware that there's like, oh, he disappeared and left his car here, kind of thing,
I'm sure there's protocols for that though. You have to call the police or something, get the car towed, or
yeah, like partially has a guy like, hey,
delinquent bill.
We fed the.
So wait, are you saying the concierge wasn't the spider?
Well, the concierge said breakfast is served.
Right.
So, but so the spider was calling onto them, and then he heard it next door to like in his ear, breakfast is served. That's two different things still there. So in my story, the spider and the concierge are the same thing.
Okay, I took it as it was the same thing because you have the spider crawling towards him, and it's like the spider's last words to him. Breakfast is served, so I took it as the spider being the concierge.
Originally, I was gonna call the story "Breakfast is Served," but I was like, "Nah, let's give it away."
I'm not sure. I can't say if I would or would not have made the correlation.
I know.
Sometimes I'm pretty witted. I'm pretty good with those mystery.
Sometimes when it comes to like scary movies or like movies, like you figure out like, oh wait, that's the bad guy.
Been watching a lot of Perot lately and Agatha Christie.
But yeah, no. Anyway, cool. I'm glad I got you a little.
Yeah. I'm gonna be thinking about that one in the middle of.
So don't pull your covers
Do
off.
not do that to me tonight. I will not find it funny at all.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the covers off you.
Not the cover thing. You don't get to like leave and go. Breakfast is served.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, I know what you mean.
You will flip me out and it'll be like,
You're delicious.
I don't care. Don't
Anyway.
make it weird. Don't make it weird. Well, I think we're ready to wrap this up.
Ready to wrap this bad boy up.
All right, it's time for last call, guys.
Thanks for sipping along with us on our very
third. I can make typos.
On our third episode. We want to keep those spirits flowing, so please be sure to show us your support by reviewing, subscribing to our podcast. If you enjoy the show, be sure to share it with others. Again, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell your priest, whatever. There's a couple enjoying some lovely cocktails.
Whoever you know out there who likes a good cocktail or is interested in finding spooky themed cocktails.
And then
that's paired along with a spooky themed story.
Yeah, there we go. Share it up and whatnot.
Yeah, so, and if you want to tell them where to find us, we can be found practically everywhere. We have our website, sipsandspirits.com. We are available on all podcasting hosts, including YouTube, where we have a video version of this. So you can see our lovely faces and get a preview of the tequila bottle in this episode, but whatever the spirit of the week is, how we're making the cocktail, and all that fun stuff. It's all up on our YouTube. But we also have we make our homes on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. But more on TikTok to come later. We've got plans, and we're excited about it.
Lots of plans and whatnot. We hope to catch you around the bar next time. Cheers.
Cheers.